Good morning. I'm going to discuss on CMOS inverter circuit. CMOS inverter is a very fundamental circuit of any VLSI circuit. CMOS, the name CMOS indicates complementary MOSFET. Complementary MOSFET means that the output of the circuit will be of complementary one. It is not a real true one. We call it as true one means it won't be A into B. It can be always be A to B the whole bar, A plus B the whole bar. So something like this. So always the complementary output. Another one is the it is a combination of PMOS and NMOS circuit. That is at the pull up we'll be having the PMOS and pull down we'll be having the NMOS circuit. So I'll draw the circuit diagram of PMOS and NMOS at the whiteboard. So this is you know the symbol of PMOS. So this is the PMOS circuit and the symbol will be having a bubble at the gate terminal. I think you are familiar with the terminals of the MOSFET. So gate, drain, source. So this terminal is the gate and this is the drain and this terminal is the source. And similarly the NMOS also the terminals or gate, drain, source. Apart from that we have this substrate, but normally we used to tie up the substrate towards the ground. So I'm not showing that here. And this is the circuit of a VLS CMOS inverter. Okay, and here which you are going to give the input VG, and and here which you are going to take the output V naught. And here I mentioned that is VDD. This is a power supply. We call it as power supply VDD. Another one is the ground, and this is one is the ground. We call it as okay. And now this circuit is acting like as an inverter now. So you know the function of PMOS. PMOS will function only when logic 0 is applied as the input. So when we apply logic 0 as the input here, PMOS will conduct, whereas NMOS will get off. So this is PMOS, whereas this is NMOS. So PMOS will conduct and NMOS will off. So when the PMOS is conducting, it is acting like a closed switch, and where NMOS is not conducting for logic 0, so it is act like a, so when I give 0 volt here, so here when I give 0 volt, so PMOS will conduct and NMOS is not going to conduct. So when NMOS is not going to conduct, it will act like as an open switch. Whereas PMOS is conducting, it is acting as a closed switch. So now since it is acting as a closed switch, now V0 will be connected to the VDD directly. So we'll be getting the V0 as VDD for V in as 0 volt. So now it is acting like as an inverter. When I give V in as 0 volt, since the PMOS is conducting, act like as a closed switch, and the V0 will be connected to the VDD. So the quite opposite will be there when the V0 is at high volt. That is at 5 volt. For example, if I take V in as 5 volt, now what happens? Now what happens? This PMOS is going to get turned off. I said the operation of PMOS and NMOS are quite opposite. Now the NMOS will get turned on. When the NMOS is getting turned on, the V0 is going to be directly connected to the ground. So since it is connected to the ground, so V0 will be taken to 0 volt. So this is how it acts like as an inverter. So this is the concept of a CMOS inverter circuit. Thank you.